Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 8 of an Elder Scrolls Online Seasons of the Wormcold walkthrough. In the previous episode, we were exploring this area, which is called Corelanya Manor. And we're hunting ghosts, and we're looking for hidden treasure. And we've already searched half of the manor, one half, which is not the Wailing Gardens. I can't remember what it was called, but we finished the other half. Now we have to do the Wailing Gardens, which is the other half of the manor. So you can choose which one you go to first. We chose the other one, not the Wailing Gardens. So now we have to finish the Wailing Gardens to finish the whole area. So, this is the Wailing Gardens. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's up here.
And you thought the gardens were gonna be less
shut
creepy.
up. Aren't you supposed to be punching things?
Come a little closer and maybe I will.
By the way, these are sisters, orc sisters, and they hate each other, just so you know. If you didn't watch the previous episode.
The maze is overgrown. There's no way inside. Valendir, please help us so we can help you.
This is some kind of ancestor who owns the estate, but he's dead.
There, under the bickering. Do you hear it? That music? It's Lirionwe, my sister. She's here. Practicing in the hedge maze, just as she always did. Has she really been trapped here all this time?
Why would she be trapped here? I clicked. Why didn't it go?
If she worked in sympathy with those that wish to forsake our family's legacy of necromancy, the curse I set upon this house would have trapped her here. No, it cannot be. Lirionwe would never do that to me.
She did it to you.
To reach her and learn more.
Can you break through the overgrown hedges if I put you... Oh, so annoying.
There, under the bicker. If she worked in sympathy with those that wish
Can
to
you break
forsake
through
our
the overgrown
family's
hedges
legacy of
if I
necromancy?
put you in the statue
Curse, I
again?
said. You're clever, trespasser. Well worth the gold I've promised you. If only you'd been at my side during the time of our clan's revolution. This manor would still be mine. As before, I will act as the blunt instrument to clear my path to revenge.
My path to revenge, okay?
Ready. Mark the way for me, then.
He's going to smash the overgrown edges. Come on, I could do that.
I think we'd still be waiting on you, Orbesh. Come on. I sense the auras of other spirits further in.
Inside of a hedge maze. This way. Okay.
I am situated.
All right.
I defer to your guidance, trespasser.
Smashy, smashy.
Another step closer. Keep up, trespassers.
Is this what it's like to be you guys? Letting someone else do all the hard work while you just tag along?
An original thought? Strung together all on your own? Orbesh, our parents will be so proud.
Oh, these are allies. Oh, they're players. Okay. Looks like there's some sort of boss down here. Nah, it's just a regular enemy.
Very well. Guide me, and let us end this indignity quickly. Cease the bickering, trespassers. Onway is near.
The Onway is near, okay. Almost there. I want to see what's over here, though. Nothing? Okay.
A party full of faces, familiar and new.
I still don't see this singing sister. Should we speak to the guests? Mingle a bit?
Why not? Vierwarde?
But if one of them makes
An
me wrong,
outsider.
you take too long, I'm going to start swinging.
Don't swing yet.
An outsider. How novel. Would you care for a dance? I've only had other spirits of Clan Corelanya here, and it's no fun dancing with family. Oh, let me guess. You're here for the treasure, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Do you know where it is?
Would that I could tell you, newcomer. I died before I made it that far. Now I'm spending eternity with all my family, who thought they could circumvent the curse on this manor too. Ah well, at least there's music and dancing.
Yeah, there's that, I guess.
Outsiders. It feels like an eternity since I've seen anyone who wasn't a Corelanya. How long has it been? Tell me, does our clan still survive? Did the three queens guide us to a new age free from the shackles of necromancy?
Clan Corelanya still exists. As far as I know, they aren't necromancers.
Then our revolution was not for nothing. That fickle Valandir. We gave him every chance to adapt and change his ways. Instead, he cursed these crowds. A trap for all that carry Corelanya blood. Doomed to dance, never to leave.
Valandir forced you to dance to this music?
The dancing wasn't Valandir. I don't know who it might be. My cousin Lirianwe doesn't seem all the way here. We're subject to some whim of hers or some other master I don't know. Speak to her. She looks different from the rest of us.
Alright, I'll try and find Lirianwe.
Oh, new faces? How exciting.
And there is Lirianwe.
Are you one of the servants that Silurion hired from the mainland? I didn't think he'd ever win that argument against Valandir. Whatever your opinions on necromancy, there's no denying that skeletal servants are simply more practical.
I'm not a servant. Valandir brought me here. We follow the sound of your singing.
Followed it through the Wailing Gardens, did you? I see. My brothers must have sent you to tease me. Twins are so fickle. But I won't let you ruin my night, whoever you are. Look at my audience. See how they dance. And soon, you'll dance for me too.
Is that a threat?
A threat to get you to dance with Valendir. Didn't you say you were his guest? I was hoping to see him and Siluran. My dear brothers always encouraged me to be less shy with my singing. Will Valendir be here soon?
I'm not sure. Let me speak to him and see.
Ah! More? More sisters?
Come, trespasser. I won't have Leary see me like this. That thing isn't my sister. It's some artless fabrication containing a fragment of her at best. She seems to think this is some sort of party where she's been asked to sing. Like she always wished for. Like we always encouraged her to do.
Did we learn anything from talking to her? Do you think she was the one who betrayed you?
I stand by my initial assessment. Leary never would have conspired with those who opposed me. She was a practicing necromancer herself. Her skill might have matched mine given time. But what I've seen here could only have been done by a necromancer.
What do you mean?
These fragments of my sister's body and spirit are the byproduct of a necromantic procedure of my own invention. I never got it quite right. Hard enough to believe that she might have betrayed me. But then to do this to herself? It's unthinkable.
We searched both the reanimatorium and the Wailing Gardens. What's next?
Is that an impatience for treasure, I hear?
It is.
Fear not, my obedient friend. The wealth that drew my clan's treacherous descendants for decades will be yours soon enough. Let us go to my chambers, where I met my end. There is something I must see.
All right, where are your chambers?
Return to the manor foyer and head up the stairs. Turn right at the top, and you will find the door to my room. Make haste. I will explain more when we get there.
You really don't think Lirianwe was the one who killed you?
I will not entertain this line of questioning for another instant, trespasser. Not until we find proof of my sister's guilt. She was the only one I trusted completely. Of course, that would mean she was perfectly poised to murder me.
What about your brother, Siluran? Do you think he had anything to do with this?
Siluran? Kill me? To what? Take my place? He wasn't a necromancer. He never had the gall to kill a skeever, let alone his twin brother. Besides, we'd have seen his soul shambling around like the others. Siluran, don't make me laugh.
I think it was Siluran. I think you've gotten arrogant.
Leave the books, you little know-it-all. I'm not going anywhere.
You're just trying to ruin my fun because you haven't punched any ghosts yet.
Let's see what they say.
Valendir wants us to head to his quarters. I'm guessing they're somewhere up that big staircase in the foyer. I don't know. This big manor is so different from the strongholds back home.
What do you think from what we've learned so far?
Valendir had a strong will and a singular vision. I know from experience that gets a target painted on your back among family. I'm not sure if Lirianwe was the one that killed him, though. Let's go to Valendir's quarters and find what we're missing.
All right, I'm going to talk to your sister first. Warbesh?
So we're headed to Valendir's quarters? I'm guessing that's up the big staircase in the main hall. I'm fine going along with this. So long as he doesn't make us take off our shoes before entering or some nonsense like that.
What do you think from what we've learned so far?
I think Lirianwe killed Valendir.
Interesting.
Simplest explanation is most often correct, right? Maybe she was jealous of Valendir. Maybe she got mad when everyone assumed he was the better necromancer, and he didn't bother to correct them.
I'm not so sure, Warbesh. I'm not so sure. There's no bookcase there. over here? No.
My quarters, where I died. Be my hands and eyes, will you? Search the room.
If it gets us one step closer to treasure, fine.
Sileron's Journal. Entry 1. The greater clan Corelanya has plans to storm the manor and kill all who stand with Valendir. He knows this and swore he would let no harm come to us. My brother is undoubtedly the greatest necromancer of his generation, but we are outnumbered. They will come with favors from their 3 queens to burn our family's legacy of necromancy from this manor. I know my brother better than anyone. We shared a wound. He will never stand down. He is blinded by ego, by his love for necromancy. It's true that I never had a gift for this dark art, but surely family is more important? It is my turn to protect us. I have conspired with Glendeval to save us all. With my cousin's alchemical prowess, and with the soul cage of Valendir's own invention, I will see to my brother's end and safely, humanely trap his soul. We will submit to the demands of our greater clan and go along with forsaking necromancy and worshiping their 3 queens. Then, in secret, after time and suspicion has passed, I will turn the soul cage over to Lyri. She has learned enough necromancy from Valendir that, when I surrender our brother's exhaustive notes, she will be able to restore his physical form. Given time, and having him at our mercy, we can persuade him to turn his back on necromancy. He will agree. Family is, and always has been, the most important thing in our lives. I know just how I'll get him the poison, too. I'll start a quarrel with him, some trifle about servants that we've long disagreed on. I'll make a show of skulking away, then order our skeletal servants to brew his favorite blend of tea from the gardens. Glendeval will add his poison, and then I will ask Lyri to bring the cup to Valendir as an apology for my quarreling. She will, of course, agree. All her pure heart has ever wanted was to see peace between her 2 dear brothers. Entry 2. Sorrow. Moments after I sent Lyri away with the cup for Valendir, I heard a scream. When I rushed to Valendir's chambers, my brother was dead on the floor, and Lyrianwe had dropped to her knees, clutching at her throat. The soul cage fell from my hands and responded at once, trapping Valendir's soul. I screamed myself then, for although the geode was intended for use on him, I would have used it to save Lyri if I hadn't accidentally activated it. Even Valendir would have understood that impulse. But her soul did not depart. When at last her body went still, her spirit rose from her form and looked from me to Valendir. "Oh, Sileron," she wept, "what have you done?" Why, I asked her, had she drank from his cup? Valendir had said it tasted strange, she told me. She tried it for herself without thinking, and then it was my turn to weep. I went to my brother's reanimatorium to find Glendeval, who I had sent to collect Valendir's notes on necromancy. The place had filled with some foul miasma. Glendeval had nearly made it to the door before it killed him. His spirit, like Lyri's, lingered and wept. I gathered what notes had spilled from his arms and vowed I would return to restore his body, just as I would for Lyri. I was still formulating a plan as I departed, determined to set things right. That is when I discovered my brother's final paranoid trap upon this place. I cannot leave. I open a door, take a step, and am returned to the foyer. I jump from a window and find myself in the reanimatorium, perilously close to a wall of deadly miasma. I leap from the walls and land in my bed. I am trapped here. Divines, what have I done? Entry 3. Damn you, Valendir! Curse you! Curse you to your very marrow. To escape his trap, I must learn his methods myself. I have his notes, at least the pages I was able to salvage. And by the only good fortune I've had in as long as I can remember, they instruct on how to siphon souls to prolong life. His soul will sustain me. This effort to learn the art that I never had a natural gift for will cost me nothing but time and Valendir's vitality. I will learn his ways and use his power to bring back Lirianwe. She is innocent in this. I am not certain that I can restore her form, as I know Valendir could, but I think I can transfer her spirit to a new body. And we are in no shortage of those, thanks to the sentries of the greater clan Corelanya that came scouting the manor ahead of the planned raid to dispose of Valendir. So I have plenty to practice upon. Once I bring back Lirianwe, we will secure our means of escape from this wretched mansion. Whatever fate awaits us beyond these walls, it will be better than being trapped here for an eternity, casualties of my brother's cruel and pernicious whims. All I wanted was to save our family. But I'll save Lyri, no matter how long it takes, and when she asks, I'll tell her this was all Glindeval's doing. I've lost her this once. I won't lose her again.
What? Siluran was the mastermind behind this treachery?
Yep. I knew it. I called it, didn't I? And here is a trunk. Void still grieves in it. Jewelry box with some adamantite and a tarnished cup. Tarnished cup, a dusty cup stained with residue of what once resided in it. Valendir said it was the poisoned cup that killed him.
That cup. Lyri handed it to me and I took it without thinking. It's the last thing I remember.
Broken harp.
That was Lyri's. She had the cup in one hand and that in the other.
Harp. An ornate harp with strings dreadfully out of tune. Valendir said it belonged to his sister, Lirianwe.
What's she doing here?
I knew we weren't alone.
Lirianwe.
Siluran! Oh, Siluran, what have you done? Valendir swore to protect us. How could you do this to your own flesh and blood?
I'm not Siluran. What did he do to Valendir?
He passed me the cup to give to Valendir. It was something he always did to resolve their quarrels. I didn't know it was poisoned. When Valendir said it tasted strange, I tried it for myself. Now I'm here, trapped.
Then what happened to Siluran?
He's here. He's always been here, trying to restore a mortal form for me. Each time his failure fractures me. There is so little left of me. I don't want to live again without my brothers. I just want peace. Please, stop, Siluran.
Let me see what we can do.
Her aura radiates suffering. Valendir, what can we do to help her? To help you?
To think that I labored under the delusion that a necromancer of skill was behind this treachery. Instead, it was my talentless parasite of a brother, Siluran, harming Lyri, leeching off my soul. Help me stop him, and my treasure is yours.
All right, where can we find him?
He wasn't in the gardens. It seems he sends the fragments of Lyri there to keep them out of his way. Placated. But we know he makes occasional visits to the reanimatorium. That much was clear from the state of my old flesh crafting tools.
But how can he survive the miasma?
I'm not certain. If he were practiced in necromancy enough to use thralls, why not command them to dispel the miasma? He must have been using it to his advantage. His journal said something about having no shortage of subjects to practice on, yes?
Yes, but what does that mean?
He practiced necromancy on the bodies of those who became trapped here, preying on kin and treasure hunters alike. But none have come for some time, have they? Until you and your... Wait, where's Orbesh? She didn't touch the bookshelf, did she?
Yeah, she touched it. I just watched her do it. What?
Orbesh was just here, wasn't she? By the bookshelf? I wasn't watching. Where did she go?
She's not here anymore.
There is a passage to the manor vaults behind the bookcase, yes. But why would Orbesh use it and not return post-haste? I have a bad feeling, like we're being watched. Let us proceed cautiously to the other side.
All right, cautiously.
Is it a secret door?
I don't know, let's see.
Orbesh! Orbesh! Where could she have gone?
Okay.
Orbesh! I can't sense her aura anywhere nearby. Where is she?
Probably in the dark, dreary stuff in the distance, I would imagine. Since that's the only way to
Orbesh
go.
went through that miasma, she'd be dead. She can't be dead. Let's look around.
Fog lantern? Fog lantern. A lantern enchanted to emit light strong enough to cut through a thick fog. What good does that do? Clothing scrap. This scrap of clothing looks like it might have come from something that Orbesh was wearing.
Valendir, start talking or I'm going to take a lesson from my sister and start throwing fists. Where is she?
My brother needs your sister alive, Trespasser. We can save her, but we must act quickly.
Alright.
Your tusked friend there looks ready to snuff me out like a candle. In this diminished state, I fear she could do so easily. That would not be ideal.
I'm sure.
Quickly, tell me, what did you find?
I found a torn cloth and this strange lantern.
The cloth matches the garb of your belligerent companion? She must have been taken this way. That lantern. I've seen one of its make before. My cousin, Ilhidel, carried one when she came to try to persuade me to give up my necromantic ways.
What's it doing here?
It's a relic used by Meridian cultists to ward against necromantic effects. Brought here by our dead cousins. It must be how Siluron survived the miasma. Affix it to that armor. Once I move, stay inside the aura of the lantern. Understood?
Understood. Affix the light to the armor and stay close once you start moving. Got it.
I won't be any help in a fight, but if you clear the path for me, I'll be right behind you.
I know the path well. So long as you keep the undead at bay, we should emerge unscathed. Stay close, Trespasser. I endeavor to keep you safe. We're more than halfway now by my estimation. Keep going. Nearly there. Then we'll clear the way for Gauze. Her dedication to her sister is quite touching.
Gonna leave a corpse back here? Apparently not. What's this?
We're lucky that valve is still intact.
I'm here. Let's keep going. Orbesh can't be far. There she is! Orbesh!
Valendir! At last! Let us dispose of these trespassers, and we can use their vitality to restore you and Lyri. Nice try, Siluron. We found your journals. You've mistreated my guests and outstayed your welcome. As if I wouldn't welcome the chance to leave. You there! Why are you helping Valendir? I have no quarrel with you, stranger. Someone who has survived the Manor's traps this long must know better than to ally with Valendir. This curse, this whole manor was his doing. What sways you to the side of this treacherous snake?
He promised us treasure if we help discover who murdered him. Real simple.
That treasure is not his to give. Valendir had his time at the head of the table, keeping our legacy shackled to his putrescent art of necromancy. But I am the eldest twin. It should be mine. All of this should be mine.
Is that why you killed Valendir? For the gold?
I don't give a right fig about the gold. I cared about family, the revolution. The followers of the Three Queens would not abide necromancers. Not Valendir, not Lyri. I killed Valendir so Lyri could bring him back. It was the only path to compromise.
Any chance you'd be willing to compromise now?
No, trespasser. I buried compromise and forgiveness around the turn of the era. I have learned and lost too much to make amends now. I just need a body for Lirianwe. Yours, or those of your companions, anyone's will do. Come
right.
then. See what I've learned while siphoning your wretched soul. There you go again. Blaming me for your own shortcomings. You haven't changed a bit.
They sound like me and Orbesh. Let's get over there. We have to save her.
This guy's absolutely batshit crazy.
No! I've been trapped here too long to be stopped now!
And I've put up with Orbesh for too long to lose her to some third-rate necromancer. Stop him!
It's me. I'll take that soul cage now, if you please.
Wait, I can talk to... I can talk to Gaz, or I can talk to... Valendir?
I told you I would find a more dignified form soon enough. It seems only fitting. Especially since Siluron was using my vitality to keep himself alive all these years.
They're twin. Oh.
Taking his body is not suitable recompense for all he's done. But it's a start.
Alright, he took over his brother's body. Was taking over Siluron's body your plan all along?
Trespasser, I didn't even know he was alive until you discovered as much. I assumed my murderer came from the ranks of those following the Three Queens. That they'd have killed him for his association with me. I was wrong to underestimate him.
You have Siluron in the soul cage now. What are you going to do with him?
I've got half a mind to siphon his soul and prolong my years. To use him as he used me. And yet, some part of me pities him. I'd hate to copy his ill-laid plans. And I know Leary wouldn't approve. She's been through enough, I think.
What's going to happen to Lirianwe? Are you going to resurrect her?
I'm not sure. If I can undo Siluran's damage from his unskilled attempts to restore her, and if it's what Leary herself wants. Let us tend to them, Trespasser. Lirianwe and Orbesh. And then Treasure.
Yes,
you
Treasure.
have my word.
All right, I'll check on Orbesh.
Orbesh! Wake up! Damn you, wake up! This cool statue.
What's going on?
Alright, there's Orbesh.
The brother! Siluran! He grabbed me! But I got some good punches in before everything went dark, I swear. Where are we? What happened?
Siluran kidnapped you and was going to use your body to resurrect his sister, Lirianwe.
Huh. That's not ideal.
No.
Well, thanks for not letting that happen. Gaz is here too? Figured she'd be glad to finally be rid of me.
Actually, she was in a panic to save you.
Panic, I can believe. That sounds like Gaz. But saving me? You know, just before I blacked out, it struck me how much Gaz and I sounded like Valendir and Siluran.
Gaz said something similar, actually.
Of course she did. Because she's always copying my ideas. I mean, she may chip my tusks sometimes. But I guess her coming to save me means we don't hate each other as much as those two elves did. That's gotta count for something, I guess.
I guess. Where's the treasure?
Is through that door, Trespassers.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Treasure! I can't believe it! I'm rich!
We're rich, Orbesh. You remember how to share, right?
I told you the gold would...
Is there a catch?
I'm glad we saved Orbesh. And we found the treasure, just like she wanted. I really didn't anticipate this haunting going this way. And I'm sure Orbesh didn't either.
Didn't you both get what you wanted?
I suppose we did help Valendir resolve the unfinished business of his murder. But having him come back to life and take over his twin brother's body? That's gotta be a new one, even among seasoned ghost hunters.
Are you still planning on parting ways with Orbesh?
Seeing what transpired between Valendir and Siluran changed my perspective. They both wanted the same thing, just like me and Orbesh. In the end, their differences and stubbornness tore them apart. I don't want that for us.
Do you think Orbesh feels the same way?
If she doesn't, she will soon. And then she'll claim she was the first one to think of it. I'm kidding. Mostly. I don't know how she feels. I guess there's only one way to find out.
What's next for you, Gaz?
I hope the next haunting I handle isn't quite so intense. And if Orbesh decides to follow me, I can put up with her punching ghosts if the need arises. It's much easier to share credit and gold if we're not rivals. Thanks for teaching us that.
All right. I got a container, a unique container, Corelanya Manor vault sack. It's got some coins and valuables from the vault.
I suppose now I have to do the right thing and talk to Orbesh. And apologize. It goes against how we were raised, but maybe that's for the best. I've just gotta wait until her aura indicates that she'll be receptive to that sort of discussion.
What are you going to apologize to Orbesh for?
I got all the credit for our first haunting. I should have shared it. But people made their assumptions because Orbesh is the way she is. I didn't stop them. I thought it might finally get her to stop following me and just go home.
Why are you so against her following you?
Orbesh is everything the Stronghold wanted her to be. I was never good enough for them. Leaving home felt like I'd finally get the chance to be my own person. Her following felt like she was trying to take that from me too.
Do you think you're going to leave Solstice after this?
I'm not sure. Where better to practice ghost hunting than a cursed island? But I'm not keen on staying anywhere frequented by the worm cult. I'll figure it out in time. But this wasn't a typical haunting. There's still so much to follow up on.
Like what?
Valendir promised away his fortune without really thinking about it. He seems happy that Lyri passed on, but what are his plans for Siluran? Maybe Orbesh and I could keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't get into any trouble.
So you'd consider working with Orbesh?
I might as well. If she's just going to follow me around everywhere. It's a different world from the one Valendir knew. We can help him navigate it. And maybe, in return, he can help keep me and Orbesh from ending up like him and Siluran.
You think you can handle keeping Valendir in check?
I can read auras, remember? If he gets up to no good, I'll be able to sense it. Right now, his aura is radiating pain and uncertainty. After almost losing Orbesh, I can see why. Losing family, even those you had a falling out with, can't be easy.
Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, I got Daedric style looked. Oh, never mind. I already had that. Well, this isn't all that great. It's just some gold. That's it? No piece of gear or anything? It's kind of lame.
Oz really came after me, huh? Color me surprised. I didn't think she'd care if I got run over by an Achater. Guess I'm not always the one doing the following. I didn't get to punch any ghosts, but maybe I'll get lucky on my next adventure.
What happened when you went inside the bookshelf?
Siluran, right? He was waiting on the other side. I started throwing punches, thinking he was a ghost. He cast some sort of spell, and everything went hazy. I think he summoned skeletons to carry me. But Lyri, the sister, I remember her being there.
Lirianwe? Her body, you mean?
No, her spirit, I guess. Or what was left of it. I don't know. Gaz could probably explain it better than me. She helped me resist Siluran's magic. I guess she's resisted every time he tried to bring her back using someone else's body.
Is that what made all those fractures of her?
Like we saw in the garden? I think so. Again, Gaz would know better. I thought Gaz and I were bad. We're really nothing compared to these Corelanians, huh? Guess that's some comfort. We can still come back from it.
Are you going to thank Gaz for waiting to save you? For wanting to save you?
I guess so. Should probably do it before she can accuse me of copying her or something. Between us, she's not wrong about all that. Never thought about leaving home until she decided to. I didn't think about how our family would react.
How did they react?
Everyone suspected Gaz was going to leave. I was a surprise. I got a lot more attention. Marriage proposals, bribes to get me to stay, that sort of thing. You know, saying it out loud to you makes me wonder if that's why she hates me.
You think she was jealous of all the attention you got for stealing her idea?
Funny, right? That she'd be jealous of me. My whole life, I've been jealous of her. How she always knew her path. How she's never been afraid to be herself. Even if that self drives me up the wall most of the time.
Alright. Let's get out of here. Oh, we can talk to Valendir, too.
I'm glad we could all benefit from this arrangement. We all learn from our mistakes, I suspect. Siluran was always dim, but I think even he learned something. I learned to trust again, thanks to you and these siblings. Be well, trespasser.
Are you going to remove your curse from the manor?
Don't be absurd. Besides you and those sisters, the only one free to leave is Lirianwe. May her soul be at peace. Oh, and Siluran. But I suppose we can't say he's free to go when he'll be trapped in my soul cage.
What are you going to do with Sileron?
I don't know. Never finding forgiveness is so very Sileron. I ought to set an example for him. Perhaps I'll let him out someday. Perhaps even give him a body. But for now, he deserves a taste of what he put me through.
What's next for you, Volunteer?
First, I want to see what's become of my beloved clan Corelanya. Don't worry, I'll behave myself. I've sated my desire for revenge thanks to you. But I am curious to see what became of those who turned to the Three Queens.
If you're all set on revenge, why not release this house from your curse?
What? Remove the deterrence? So it can be picked over by treasure hunters or razed to the ground?
Okay.
No, Trespasser.
He's got a point.
If all that remains of my legacy is this manor, then so it will be. May it serve as a mausoleum to the clan Corelanya I knew.
Do you think you'll stay on Solstice?
Wouldn't you know it? Being imprisoned for uncountable years has given me a wanderlust I've not felt before. I suspect Gaz and Orbesh know something of what that's like. Perhaps I could follow them. Or do they mean to part ways?
I think they're still figuring that out.
I'll help them find reconciliation. It can't be any worse than reasoning with Sileron. And perhaps I'll aid them in these ghost-hunting endeavors. Those of us with interest and experience in communing with the dead ought to stick together.
Be careful. Openly practicing necromancy can get you into trouble.
I appreciate the warning. It was only different in my time by virtue of seclusion on Solstice. Even you might have appreciated what we accomplished. But there's no point fixating on the past. Perhaps such practices will live again someday.
Okay, how do I get out of here? Up these stairs? Is that how I get out? Got a design. Banana wax. Alright, let's head on out. What just happened? Emails? Materials, okay. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is we need to go to Tarnor Mine. And we may not get there next episode either. Because it's way down there and we may end up having adventures on the way. Like, maybe we'll go here, I don't know. But we'll eventually make it over here to the mine, to the passages beneath, and we'll continue the main story. Thanks for watching. See you next time.